coming around again, folks. That Google car is still in the lead.
Not the Google car.
You lapped 3 cars to win. Tell us how you done it.
I was just mapping the area for street view.
And they're coming around
I was
again,
just mapping
folks.
the
That
area
Google
for
car
street
is still
view.
in the lead.
Get it, brother. He said, listen, I was just there for the fun of it. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, that's gross.
This is not a neck tattoo.
Why
And
would you do
This
that?
is the 3rd day after I received Chinese medicine treatment for my sore throat. And as you can hear, I'm completely recovered. And let me tell you the process. 天呐，
你看你现在多黑。
So the evening before the treatment, I started to feel the sore throat came up out of nowhere. During dinner, I feel like I couldn't swallow. When I was sleeping, I actually woke up because of the pain. I knew this is the beginning of something, the beginning of me getting really, really ill, and I really need to get it solved. So I took off work immediately the 2nd day and went for this treatment. This actually is a gua sha treatment.
Okay.
I know in the West, gua sha is mostly used for the face, but in China, we almost never use it on the face. We use it on the body, different parts of the body, to treat different symptoms and more acute situations like a sore throat. So what the practitioner was doing was to use her hand to create bruises around my neck, near my throat, to release the heat that I have there. And in turn to solve the sore throat. And it was so effective, I could feel during the treatment that I was getting better 30%. The day after, I was 50% better.
Oh my
And this
gosh.
is the 3rd day, I'm completely okay. I can swallow, I don't feel pain anymore. And you must want to know if it was painful. I have a pretty high pain tolerance, so I felt it was okay. And honestly, it felt like my body needed it, you know, even though it was uncomfortable, but my body was craving for it. I just know for a fact if I didn't do anything and the illness came on so strong in the very beginning, I knew I'd be sick for 10 days. Just want to put this treatment out here. You can try this method. That's it.
So I think that there's definitely some great information that she's giving there, but I think that that is pretty dangerous if it's put in the wrong hands. She absolutely went to somebody who knew what they were doing. It can perform that type of procedure on her. But if you just go to somebody and say, hey, start doing that to my neck, you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know if you're going to pop a vessel or anything like that. You have to have more understanding of what you're doing for this more type of holistic medicine, which I'm completely behind. I do believe that there are different ways than more of just the modern medicine to heal things. When I look at that initially, it's kind of scary. I'm like, what is going on that would hurt? But it makes sense that she's saying that, you know, by doing that, pulling on the skin, then it makes it to where it's hot and it somehow heals it. I just don't know if I would be telling everybody to go out and do this without having more practice in this type of medicine. So while I think that this might have been great for her, I wouldn't just recommend this to anybody. I would not send this video to somebody and say, hey, yeah, I think this is a great idea. You should do it. You just don't know. How many times do you pull and pinch on each area? How many lines are you supposed to do? There needs to be more information for a procedure like this than just telling people to do this. I want to go to the comments and see what some people have to say. Doing nothing for 3 days would have been the same effect. That's what somebody said. Shout out to D. Dennis. After 3 days of a typical sore throat is gone with no medicine and no neck mutilation. That's kind of where I'm looking at. Like I think I would just sit tight or go to the doctor and get an over-the-counter drug. But I do know certain things like antibiotics won't work for you. So I do believe that she's on to something. I just don't know if it's best for me. So if you are thinking about doing something like this, I would do your research. I would check to see if anybody else has done it, what has been the outcome for them, if it worked, before you just go and do something that you have no experience in. So I'm just saying that is for educational purposes, but I would strongly suggest that you go and do your research before you do any type of natural healing that you're not aware of. That's what I'm going to say. Let's read one more comment. Amazing. I've had this done many times. Great treatment, superb results. So glad you're feeling better. I'm happy she's feeling better too, but I'm just saying in the case that, what if that doesn't work? What if something happens? You just need to know what you're doing before you do that. That's what I'd like to put out there.
Did you know a t-shirt can be your greatest weapon? Here's the one choke every woman should know.
If you're ever trapped on the ground, trying to push him off and muscle your way out might just waste crucial energy or even cost your life. Here's how to choke him out and put him to sleep instead.
Yes.
Cross your legs, pull the back of his t-shirt, slide the other hand underneath the collar and hold. Then reach for the other side and grab onto his shirt with your palm facing down. Bring your elbows across and squeeze tightly. When holding onto the shirt, keep your forearm glued to his neck. Reach over his head
Talk
and pull
about
him in for
leverage.
better leverage.
Did you know a t-shirt can
That's
be your greatest
awesome.
weapon? Here's the
Tighter. Tighter. Potato. 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 Tomato. Tomato. Tomatoes.
She has to be able to say cucumber.
Pickle. Pickle.
Oh
Man,
my
that is
God.
not a pickle.
Pepper.
Pepper? No, it's a pickle.
Pepper.
It's a pickle, lady.
Onion.
No, onion.
It's supposed to say cucumber.
What is it, y'all?
She said, I don't know what it
Looks
is.
like cucumber.
Yeah.
She doesn't understand the game.
That's a tighter. I know that's a tighter. I mean, she was right most of the time.
Yeah.
What? It just didn't
Grammatically
speak
correct.
Cracker Barrel.
Oh my goodness. Guys, that is
Tighter.
enough.
You know, cows don't exist in nature.
Really?
We created cows.
What were they before?
Yeah, what were the first cows?
Aurochs.
That's not real.
Yeah, well, they're extinct now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're extinct. We actually bred aurochs, all the best aurochs, the ones that were most docile, the ones that had like the best meat. We bred them into the cows that we have today. Cows, as we know them, don't exist in nature at all. That's partly why they're so destructive to the environment.
Marcus, stop it. You're driving people crazy. They can't focus on the road. They are literally pissing and shitting so much with this information that we have to really be careful what we do here. It's an info hazard. It's very hard. I am now looking at, because now I'm looking at aurochs.
Yeah. You know, cows don't.
Dude, I like that skate, dude. Is that an FA? No. Okay. Where'd you get it? Whoa, what the fuck? It's not an FA? Wait, what? Where'd you get that board, bro? You alright? I was tripping as fuck. Hey, how are you? Hey, how are you?
So we have twins here. Why is everybody freaking out?
Dude, I like that skate, dude. Is that an FA? No. Okay. Where'd you get it?
Yeah, absolutely. Twins and their
Is that FA?
trickery. I tell you what. Twins go in my family. My
Wait,
brother
what?
and sister
Where'd you get that board,
twins.
bro?
My aunties are twins. We have
You
twins
alright?
in the family.
I don't think there is going to be atomic warfare, but I think that there is going to be all this automation. I think it'll be people will be regarded more as statistics than as actual people.
I don't think it's going to be so nice. I think sort of all machines everywhere. Everyone doing
Welcome
everything
to
for
America.
You know, you'll get all bored, and I don't think it'll be so nice. I think it's going to be very boring. And everything will be the same. I mean, people will be the same, and things will be the same.
First of all, those computers are taking over now. Computers and automation. And in the year 2000, there just won't be enough jobs to go around, and the only jobs there will be for people with high HQ, high IQ, who can work computers and such things. And other people are just not going to have jobs. There just aren't going to be jobs for them to have.
I don't think there is going to be atomic warfare, but I think that there is going to be all this automation. I think it'll...
And this is what they were speculating for 2000. As somebody who graduated class of 2000, that was 25 years ago, I think that they were a little bit off the mark, but they're not too far from it, right? We're at the point right now where everything is going the way of AI. They're having autonomous robots. That's the way we're going. So these kids did have the right idea, just a little bit different of a time frame. I do feel that when they were talking about there's going to be machines everywhere, there are. There are machines to make jobs easier, to make manufacturing companies easier, to make, large companies easier. It's easier to have a machine, pay for the maintenance, than it is to pay for an entire workforce. I'll never forget my dad used to tell me a story. This is probably about, I would say 15 years ago when he was still alive. My dad passed away 2 years ago, but he worked for the United States Post Office, and he worked there for 30 plus years. He retired from there. And he was telling me that there was a post office, I believe that was located in Washington, that there were no workers. It was completely completely run by robots. I think one person was there to turn the lights on, right? Not even that they need lights, but there was one person there to survey the entire situation. So, and that was 15 years ago. So imagine what we're doing right now. I will look at factories that are overseas and there's no longer deckhands. There's nobody working at the ports. It's all AI driven. So there's a lot of truth to this. I just feel like their time frame has changed. The thing through all of this, where we are right now, where we all depend on technology, we're all on our phones, there's robots that are taking over jobs. The thing that I miss the most is the human connection that we used to have before all of this was really pushed and saturated to us. I mean, the times when we would go outside, when you would see kids playing and that they were able to do things. I mean, I think we're the last generation who, before cell phones, remember when we all had pagers, that were really about going outside. When the kids say it these days, I'm going outside, I'm like, we never said we were going outside, we just went outside. And some of us stayed out all night until it became so dark and we couldn't see our shadows that we went in, and our parents didn't even ask where we were. Like, I think about me as a mother, I am such a helicopter mom, and I have to remind myself, let your kids go. You grew up in the 80s and 90s, you were able to go around the neighborhood, but we're in a different time now. Sometimes it's a little bit scarier depending on where you live. You just don't feel safe to let your kids go out. So as I appreciate the invention of technology and where we're at right now with AI and what we're able to do, because I use AI every single day, the AI wife. I use it every single day. I absolutely do. I am still saddened by certain nuances that we no longer have, that just aren't there. So we have to be more proactive as parents, as people, as a community, to make sure that we ensure that those things are still there as much as we can be. But these kids were not too far off from that. I mean, they just had their dates a little wrong. But do you guys remember everybody, like the song from Prince, 1999, we're going to party like it's 1999? A lot of people thought we wouldn't even be here past 2000. So it's just crazy to see where we are right now in 2025. And I look into the future when my youngest is going to be graduating in 2033. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, where did time go? So it's pretty interesting. These were good videos. I like these videos. That last one was really powerful. The one video that I did not understand too much was how she got rid of her sore throat with pulling of the neck. It just kind of at first really just looked like a bunch of hickey. So, but I want to go back and say, if that's something that you think that would be helpful for you, do your research. Always do your research. Anything that you see on the internet that is suggested to you, I don't care if it's by a doctor with an MD and a check next to them. You need to make sure that you are doing your research, because every single person has a different outcome than the original person who did it. That's my 2 cents. So I appreciate you guys for watching these videos with me. Make sure that you hit that like button so that you can be hip with our new videos that we drop out, so you can be up to date. I appreciate all of your support. I remember when we first started this channel, we had like 7 of you, and now we're a community. There's more of you. I appreciate you guys so much. You really do give us support. We feel it, and thank you so much. Until next time, peace out.